The term cash cow is a business term that is used to describe a business or unit that, once paid for, provides a steady cash flow over its lifespan. Now, for the sake of using this idea as a metaphor to describe the relationship between small business and the government, I would like to modify that term. In the case of small business, we, the business owners, come up with the idea. We provide the investment in the form of capital expense and hard work, and then we essentially become the government's cash cow. Once established, the government attaches its milking machine and the milk flows freely into its cavernous coffers. It flows in the form of payroll taxes such as EI and CPP. It flows in the form of corporate taxes and commercial property taxes. As an example of the extortionate nature of commercial property taxes, I would like to mention the situation in British Columbia. The 2017 implementation of the highest and best use criteria for assessing the value of commercial properties has sent that milking machine into overdrive, and as a result, many small businesses have seen rates double. Our commercial property tax bill increased from $2,000 to $4,000 a month, but many small businesses are paying thousands of dollars more. How can a small business survive that? There has been much media coverage surrounding the closure of many long-term established small businesses due to the impact of these high commercial property taxes. But despite the outcry, the BC NDP have done nothing to remedy the situation. It literally took a global pandemic for them to address the issue and temporarily reduce commercial property tax rates. But with new businesses springing up, do you think the government cares how many ailing businesses there might be? Our demise is inconsequential to them, and our struggles are off the radar. Both provincially and nationally, the COVID-19 pandemic threw light on the massive impact that closure of small business would have on the economy. Here are some stats. In Canada, there are 1.2 million employer businesses. Of these, 1.18 million, or 97.9%, are classified as small businesses that employ 1 to 99 people. Micro-enterprises, which are those comprising of 1 to 4 employees, make up 54.3% of Canadian businesses. Add to that businesses with 5 to 9 employees, and the number increases to 73.5%. In the private sector, businesses employed slightly more than 12 million people. Of those 12 million people, 69.8% are employed by small businesses with 1 to 99 employees. As you can see, small business plays a huge role in our economy. Walk around your community. Take a look at the small businesses you shop in. The cafe where you enjoy your morning coffee, the independent bookstore, the clothing store, your favorite restaurant. These are not multi-million-dollar enterprises. They don't rake in thousands of dollars of profit from month to month. They are run by people who work hard to provide goods and services and add to the vibrancy of the community in which they operate in. Minimum wage increases, increased payroll taxes, increased corporate taxes and commercial property taxes all eat into our bottom line, and these costs cannot simply be passed on to the consumer. Yet the burden of taxation that falls upon small business is often disproportionate, especially when issues like highest and best use come into play. So when the government is so dependent on us to fuel the economy, why do we receive so little respect? And why do we have such little protection? What this entire crisis and the SECRA fiasco highlights is the hugely inferior position we are in. The impact of this pandemic is huge, and its effects will be long-lasting. The expectation that federal, provincial, and local governments can simply go on milking arbitrarily without seriously examining the consequences is no longer an option. Governments on all levels are suffering huge deficits, and they should no longer be allowed to rely on small business to shoulder the disproportionate burden of taxation to fix the economy. If there was ever a time to demand change, it is now.